Welcome back to Closing Time with Nick El-Tawil. I am still Nick El-Tawil, and I'm here with DeVonne Ryter today. DeVonne, how are you doing?
I am doing amazing, actually. It's been such a great month already. How are you
It
doing?
was your birthday month.
Oh yeah, Gemini season, baby. Let's go. I don't know how much I love the heat here in Arizona during my birthday, but
No.
so I gotta slip up north and get out of the heat. So
Wait, you're from Flagstaff, aren't you?
I am Flagstaff, Sedona, really. So I love the pine trees and I love the red rocks. So
Mm-hmm.
it's been quite the change being back down in the valley where there's like
Mm-hmm.
just concrete desert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up in Flagstaff?
Flagstaff was actually truly incredible. I love the elevation, how high it is. It just dramatically decreases the temperature.
Mm-hmm.
The people there are actually insanely cool.
Mm-hmm.
I am genuinely friends with the people I was friends with in high school still, and it's almost like a mini Colorado in Arizona. It's really just you get your cowboy folk, you get your snowboarder hippies, you get your NAU college students.
Mm-hmm.
So you get kind of a broad spectrum there. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My little cousin, she's from Scottsdale. She went to NAU,
No way.
and
So
she's got
jealous.
total hippie vibes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of get like a good cross between, like the snowboarder hippie slash, country-esque personality. I think from that that upbringing. Where are you from?
I'm from AZ. So I'm from, really, I grew up all over, but I went to high school in Gilbert. I was in
Oh,
Tucson for a
yeah.
bit, so I lived all over.
That's
But not
awesome.
Flagstaff or Sedona.
Yeah, I have some really good friends that went to Gilbert High School, so
Oh,
that's
yeah?
cool. Small world, yeah.
When I was in high school, I used to play basketball, right? Well, not
Yeah,
even high school. I was like elementary school. I was like 9, 10 years old.
yeah.
We used to do halftime performances at Gilbert High basketball games.
Oh, no
So
way.
I would go and I would like do dribbling tricks at halftime
You're
during
like,
the
check
in the
me
middle of
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's great.
So that was me growing up. But then we moved, so I didn't go to Gilbert High.
Yeah. I mean, my parents transferred me like halfway through. I went to Flag High for
Mm-hmm.
2 years, freshman, sophomore year, and then junior, halfway through senior year, Sedona Red Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I need to graduate early, go to college, and get out of here. I love Sedona. It's so beautiful. Um,
To visit.
yeah,
To visit.
yeah. The people were very nice, a little eclectic. Very small towns. So it's like I was like stepping into some territories, going into that high school later
Now,
on.
did you
But
know Morgan in Sedona?
yeah, actually, Morgan was actually a really nice person to me in high school. So thank God for her. She and I actually played on the same volleyball team together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, her and her little sister Zan. The volleyball team was incredible there, and
Mm-hmm.
I just made really great friendships from that. So.
Did you go to NAU too?
No, I went to the University of Idaho. Go Vandals.
Okay.
Undergraduate full ride volleyball scholarship, and then played a little bit professionally overseas. Came back
It's a
here
little bit professional.
a little bit,
A little bit
a little bit in
professional.
Eastern Europe, and then came back here. This is actually what brought me back. Is Grand Canyon University
Mm-hmm.
offered me a fifth year full ride for my master's for beach volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, it's a different sport, and I didn't redshirt as a freshman, so I was able to
Mm-hmm.
have that fifth year of eligibility, and yeah, it was awesome. It brought me back in 2019, spring of 2019.
Good time to
And
come
I
back.
just, yeah, I did. Oh,
Hopefully
it
you
was
bought a
literally
house.
the best. Oh, I wish. It was the best spring of my life because I just remember having 4 years of just like all 4 seasons in Idaho, like
Mm-hmm.
really doom, gloom, bleak, gray. And then I came here spring of 2019. I'm like, the spring here is so great. It's so beautiful. Waste management, everything's popping. And then summer hit, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah,
No, I missed the
but
sunlight when I lived in New York too. It was like
yeah.
you grew up in Arizona, you don't fully appreciate that it's just sunny all the time.
Yep.
And then I went to New York and like it's cool, like oh, I get snow.
Yeah.
And then after a few years, you're like, oh,
Yeah. The rain is comfy cozy every now and again,
mm-hmm.
but not all the time.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
want 4 months of no sunlight.
Yeah, I literally had to go into those like little therapy lights.
Yeah.
I would study underneath that so that I'd get my vitamin D, take some extra vitamin D pills. It was crazy. So,
Now you mentioned you also got those country vibes.
I do. I hate to claim that I'm like country. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want people to be hating on me, not being,
Be hating on you?
Yeah, riding a horse every day.
Hating on you?
Yeah. I can ride a horse, but I'm not riding all the time. I did have a stepdad growing up that was a cotton farmer, so I do have some of that background. And, Arizona just, there are little parts and segments that are truly country.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I grew up in pockets of Arizona that were like that, so yeah.
Now, you were on a reality TV show that was based on this, right?
I was, yes. It was the wildest experience ever.
Can you talk about this? I know they don't want people talking about reality TV.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, I am about 3 years removed.
Okay.
I'm season 1 OG baby. So we really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. Season 2, season 3, they were able to really vet the the type of show that it was from season 1. But really, truly, they told us this show is going to be called Homestead Stories.
Mm-hmm.
And like looking back on that, I'm like, that kind of sounds like a horror show. And so I was like, oh, what is this going to be about? And, I just had to trust the process. Hopefully, hope that it wasn't a raunchy show, that it was, something that would actually be good for my image and not put me in a bad light. And thankfully, it was very PG. It was, Fox and Hulu owns it. So very thankful for that.
And that was Farmer Wants a Wife?
Farmer Wants a Wife, yeah.
Okay, a little different name than Homestead Horries.
Oh, yeah, Homestead Stories.
Stories,
yeah.
okay. Horrors? I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, close.
Homestead Horrors.
Yeah, that would be an interesting one. Write that down, make that a script.
So how was that whole experience?
It was absolutely mental. I loved it, but it was almost like trauma bonding in a way that it was like such an insane experience with the production value, dating in front of cameras and mics and these boomers right in your face and getting mic'd up and not being able to speak when you want to and making sure you don't say anything stupid. Like I say a lot of stupid stuff.
Do you?
Yeah, I
couldn't
do.
tell. No, I'm serious.
I do. And I really had to hold my tongue on a lot of instances. And you also don't know what's going to make the cut or not. Post-production is actually what really irked me throughout the whole process, because the filming and everything was actually quite fun. There were a couple girls that were interesting, but for the most part, I got along well with my farmer, as a friend, really.
Your co-farmers?
My co-farmer. Yeah. We're actually really good friends still to this day. So he's a cool guy, and I think he kept me around just because I brought good vibes. So
The producer, you mean?
my farmer.
Your farmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we were really just friends from the start. And they tried to, in post-production, they tried to kind of spin it to where I was like, madly in love and then heartbroken when they cut me off. And really, truly, it wasn't like that. They just got takes of me talking about other things and put it over me walking around the farm. It was really interesting to kind of see that aspect of production, because they never prompted us on what to say or do. They would give us maybe, if you want to talk about this subject, you can, which I thought was amazing. And truly not a lot of reality shows let you have that freedom. So I thought that was really good on Farmer Wants a Wife and Fox and Hulu for letting us just kind of be ourselves and not tell us what to say or do. But then post-production, really, they have to write a story, right?
Yeah.
So there was that.
Okay, so you would say you were really good friends with these people, but they kind of made some drama.
Oh yeah. I mean, they have to
okay.
make it entertaining. To be honest, I think there was more drama off camera than there was of what they showed on the show.
So they didn't play up the drama. It was they actually played it down, if anything.
It would have definitely been I would say more of a PG-13 rated R TV show if they showed all the real stuff that was happening behind the scenes, off camera, off mic, because they kept it very wholesome. They didn't ever want to talk bad about the farmers, and all the farmers were great. I actually think of them as all great friends, but there was just some stuff that did happen that it was why are we here? Why are we here? And I mean, it was so interesting. I'm talking so much, but like just the basis of the show, if you don't already know,
No, I've never
is
seen it.
okay. Well, here's a little Farmer Wants a Wife 101 for dummies. You're not a dummy, but for
No, I
anyone
am.
that no,
I,
so
I'm too dumb
so
to be a farmer.
no, farmers are actually really smart, and they're the backbone of America. I love farmers, to be
Hmm.
honest. Our guys were like really, truly like ranchers. They none of them were like. I think there was like maybe one, maybe two that were real farmers, but most of them were ranchers or cowboys. And so it was funny when we first started filming the first episode, they were like, "Okay, farmers." You know, the host would say, "Oh, okay, farmers," and then they'd all be like, "Ranchers." And they're like, "No, we gotta roll with farmers because that's the title of the show." Our host was Jennifer Nettles. She's
Hmm.
the lead singer for Sugarland, and I grew up listening to all of her music. So when I tell you I fangirled so hard, she's on Righteous Gemstones. I don't know if
Hmm.
you've ever seen that, but Jennifer Nettles is a peach. Like I love that woman, and she was so beautiful. And she walked out like a little angel. She was at the best style. I freaked out. And one of the first things she said to all of us was she looks right at me. I'm in a room with, you know, the 30 something girls, 31, 32 girls. She looks right at me and she goes, blonde with the bright red lip and the black dress and stunning red lip. You know, where are you from? Why are you here? Da 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 da.
Your
And
heart just melted.
I just, yeah, my heart sank to my butt, and I was like, oh, who? Me? And everyone's like, yeah, 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 you. And I was like, oh. And when I get nervous, I talk really high pitched, my little server voice, right? I go,
Hmm.
my name's DeVonne, and I'm from Sedona, Arizona, and I'm just here to find love and make new friends. And, you know, like that whole first episode or two, my voice was like 15 octaves higher. But anyway, I thought that was really cool. The premise of the show is essentially Yellowstone meets The Bachelor.
Okay.
And there's four farmers, and you go to, well, I guess there's seven, eight girls to start out with.
Hmm.
You do a 10-minute speed dating round the first episode, and then they choose the top five girls to go back with them to their farms. And then Monday through Friday, we spend at their farm, waking up early, you know, tending to the needs of the farm, ranch, whatever it is. And then the weekends, we do what we call is like a like a mixer almost.
Hmm.
And so we would fly or drive, and we'd bring all four farms into a central location. So like one of them was Nashville, one of them was the Dallas Texas State Fair. One of them was a car derby in South Carolina. One of them was a barn dance in like North Florida.
Hmm.
So we were traveling a lot,
Hmm.
and it was such an interesting experience.
Now, were you working or was like this your job while you were doing it?
Yeah, so before I decided to become a pilot,
Hmm.
I was kind of just, you know, doing odd end jobs to kind of get by and trying to figure out what I really wanted to do.
Hmm.
You know, becoming a pilot is very expensive and a really big commitment, so I wanted to make sure I found the right first step into the route that I was going to for that career path.
Hmm.
So, with that being said, I was just like, I'm in between kind of jobs right now. You know, I never applied to the show. I
Hmm.
actually had a message request sent to me on Instagram, and I never go through them because they're always just like creepy, creepy men or spam.
Hmm.
So I was like, it just said, hey, are you wanting to be on a dating show and find real love? And I have been single since I was 20. I had not had a boyfriend up until I was, or till from 20 up until the time of the show.
Hmm.
So I'd been single for a while, and dating in Scottsdale is obviously really hard. I'm sure you know of that. And so I was like, what can I lose? You know, and I said, is this real? And then the next thing you know, I'm meeting with Fox producers, Hulu producers,
Hmm.
and it was such a long process to get scouted, but I really didn't know I was leaving for the show until the day before.
Hmm.
But I had to pick out an entire wardrobe and send every article of clothing to wardrobe for them to pre-approve it. And then it was like personality tests, you know, background checks, just the whole shebang.
Hmm.
It was so in depth. It was actually quite nerve-wracking
Hmm.
because you don't know that you want that until it kind of sits itself in your lap and you're like, actually, this would be a really cool story of like, kind of like How I Met Your Mother, right?
Yeah, yeah,
To
yeah.
have it broadcasted so I could show my future kids. How cool would that be?
Mm-hmm.
And, it didn't work out for me and the farmer, but everything happens for a reason. And I'm happy now with an incredible guy. So it turned out how it was supposed to be.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go. It all worked out.
exactly.
Yeah. Um, so how did this actually like end? Because again, I haven't seen it. Was it
Yeah.
like the farmer's like, "Oh, I don't like you," and then you're just gone?
Essentially. Yeah, he
Oh.
could send anyone home at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And he could keep us around for as long as we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So our farmer kept a lot of the girls around for a very long time,
Mm-hmm.
just to really get to know them, because it's really hard to tell if you like someone after like a week or 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He really was making sure that he was like vetting the right girls with the
Mm-hmm.
right intentions. And so yeah, I was actually final three, and then a girl came back, and then two girls had to be eliminated because only top two would get hometown visits.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was top three. A girl came back. I was top four. And then I got voted off with another girl, Stephanie, who's actually till this day still one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And matter of fact, the reason why I think that I went on this show, like I said, everything happens for a reason. I didn't find love. But the day that me and Steph got kicked off, I was like, we're already kicked off. Let's go. We were in Watkinsville, Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
and they made us stay in Athens, like on the day that we were kicked off in a hotel room. She was so sad. She really, really liked Hunter. So I was like, you know what? We're going to get you in a better mood. I drug her out of her bed. I literally grabbed her by the feet, the ankle, and I was like, we're going out. We're sneaking out to Athens, Georgia, which is UGA.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we're going to go party. Like, we haven't gone out and done this in so long. And she's like, no, we're going to get in trouble. I'm like, what are they going to do? Kick us off? So we sneak out in Athens, Georgia. And the first bar we go to, it was called The Place. And we were sitting up there at the bar, and these two guys are looking over. I go, Steph, that guy's staring at you. That guy's staring at you. And this guy comes over, and they just hit it off. It was so electric and so wild. He tried to pair me up with his friend, but wasn't really into it. I was just like, you guys have your fun time,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. Do
Just
your
gonna
thing.
have fun and be a fun third wheel. But anyway, long story short, they hit it off. They talked every single day. She lived in Temecula. He obviously lived in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
They kept in touch. She moved to Georgia a few months later, and now they are set to get married this fall.
True love.
Isn't that
And it
crazy?
wasn't on TV.
And it wasn't on TV. And I truly think that my reason that God put me there on that show was to drag Stephanie's butt out of bed to meet her future husband.
I love it.
It like gives me goosebumps even thinking about it. I think that's really the real reason I went on.
Speaking of Athens, Georgia, shout out Nick Huber, Sweaty Startup. We got to get you on here one day. Love you, buddy.
I love it. Shout out. We love Georgia people.
Well, that's a super cool experience, and you got top three, so you were on pretty much the
Yeah.
whole show. It sounds like.
I think 9 episodes if I
Mhm.
remember correctly. But it was such a trip to watch them all back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You watched them all?
Well, we didn't have visibility on the episode
Mm-hmm.
until the day that they aired. It was
Mhm.
every Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So we filmed in the fall of 2022, and then it aired in spring of 2023. So there was this little limbo period where I'm like just stressed. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are they going to cast me as? I know I presented myself well, but who knows? Like, and then it aired, and every Wednesday, massive anxiety. I was like, all right, let's just get this over with. How are they going to cast me? It was so weird watching myself and hearing my voice on TV for the first time on
Mhm.
national television. I mean, we didn't know how big this was going to be. It's
Mhm.
really blown up on season 3 because there's been like a few viral videos.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Farmer John and the other girl.
Farmer John.
Yeah, he and this other girl really made it go viral. So season 3 is taking off, and people are starting to go back and watch season 1, season 2. But we had like a Super Bowl commercial. It was epic. It was so cool. We had no idea. So
Were you on the Super Bowl commercial?
briefly, yeah.
Briefly.
So I can say I should really add that to my
Yeah, that should be on there.
my never have I ever situations. If I ever play that game again, nobody's gonna believe me. Like, never have I ever been on a Super Bowl commercial. Or that would be opposite. It'd be like put a finger down, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah.
Just get that screenshot and just keep it in your phone. Like, you know
Right?
what? Boom, Super Bowl,
I think
DeVonne.
it's literally me wrangling a bull, like holding on to it, and it's like jumping around, and I'm just, my hair's flying. You could barely tell it's me, but that was me. We were actually making Rocky Mountain oysters,
Ooh,
doing
what are those?
some where you neuter a bull, castrate
Nuita's
it.
bowls.
Yep, yep, and then you fry them
Ah.
and eat them.
There's a couple things that I
Episode
wish I
three.
never knew, and that's one of the things that I wish I never knew. I'm sorry I asked.
They were actually pleasantly good. I didn't want to
You
like
ate the
them.
balls?
Yeah, we had. I didn't want to be that girl that wasn't gonna eat the balls. Like it's like Fear Factor. I'd be so down for Fear Factor. Like if I were to do another reality TV show, it'd be Fear Factor or Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be so sick. But yeah, I was like, sure. Tastes like really, really ooey gooey, liquidy, bursty chicken.
On that note,
Ew.
speaking of Fear Factor, I think when I was 9 years old, my buddy had a fear. It was like my best friend when I was in elementary school. He had a Fear Factor themed birthday, and we had like a bunch of weird things going on. And I remember we ate cow tongue.
Like
So
real cow tongue.
yeah, and it actually looked like a tongue. So it was like a tongue on a plate, and I stuck a fork in it, and it was like it actually wasn't bad.
Oh my gosh.
So that's my only Fear
Yeah.
Factor experience in
Did
life.
you guys like get into like a bucket of like scorpions or?
I don't think we did anything like that because we were 9 years old, but
The mom went hard. She's
I-
like, actually, kids, there's a bucket full of snakes. You're gonna submerge yourself fully.
I think there was a roach thing. I didn't eat the roach, but I think they did serve us
Oh.
cockroaches
Or like
at
crickets
9 years
or
old.
something.
Yeah, crickets or something.
Yeah.
I didn't do
Oh.
that, but I did do the cow tongue.
Oh my. Was it like? Could you like taste the taste buds on
Yeah,
your taste buds?
yeah, you can actually like feel it. Yeah.
Delicious. I'm sure that like has really really stuck with you as a core memory.
It has, yeah. It has. Anytime someone brings up Fear Factor, I just go to that story.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love that. That'd be so sick. I would really just love to be on one of those shows to prove I'm not just like some ditzy blonde, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I could really,
You can
really
hang.
toughen it out. Yeah.
You can hang. I
The
believe it.
athlete in me, I'm so competitive. I'd be like, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, you were a pro volleyball player, so
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was fun. I miss
And I
all
do
that.
see her at the gym 9 p.m. on weeknights, so you know she's sticking with it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love working out. I mean, once an athlete, always an athlete. I feel like if I don't work out, I'm like mad at myself for the
Right,
day.
right.
It's never like a body image thing. It's more of just like I want to feel good.
Yeah.
Like I feel accomplished when I work out.
I felt that yesterday. I was like,
Yeah.
it's just a rough day, you know, things weren't going the way I planned. Hit the gym, and as soon as I'm done, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah.
let's take on the
Yeah,
day.
and the pre-workout just jacks you up, man. You know,
Yeah.
you're like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Listen to some good tunes, feeling
Mhm.
good. The instant serotonin boost.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh yeah. Well, I mean, I was honestly so scared to talk about the show because I was like, there is some trauma out there, but honestly, it was also very, very good. So,
What traumatized you? Do you mind talking about that?
yeah, briefly. I mean, there was obviously 30 plus girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a girl's girl. Like I was friends with all of them,
Mm-hmm.
like minus like 2 or 3. They were just mean high school girls. They would just like look you up and down, and they'd like say like, "Oh, Suge, bless your heart," or they'd be like so
Bless
nice
your
on
heart.
yeah, so nice on camera and so mean off camera and off mic that like I feel like I'm a very genuine person, and
Mhm.
I just kind of show it how it is. If you know, I'm just a nice person and I like real people.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, to see the duality of like a person's, personality, like kind of switch on and off
Mhm.
between camera and on camera and off camera, I was like, man, this is just like emotionally draining.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was just like I was put into a high school simulation again, and I did not want to live through that. I was like, all right. Like I try to go for like walks at 5 a.m. to just like get some fresh air and breathe. I'd meditate and journal and like sunbathe in the horse pastures, just like to get my moments alone and to stay grounded. That's the Sedona in me talking. But I had my moments where I was like really able to get away, and thankfully they didn't have us like on camera mic'd up 24/7, or else I think I would have lost my mind.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was just like there was just a couple people that were a bit deceitful, and I was like, oh, I just can't respect that, you know? So outside of that, it was pretty fun. I loved all the camera crew. Everyone was just so sweet. The producers, they were like incredible people. So
I'd love to hear it.
Oh my gosh, me too. What an experience, man. Life
They'll
is
get you on
wild.
another.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, you'll be on one.
Pilot goes on adventures around the world. That's a new one. I am a dual citizen of Switzerland, so that'd be sick.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you Swiss?
I am. Yeah, Swiss American.
Parents are from there?
My grandpa.
Grandpa, okay.
Yeah, it took forever to get it accepted though, like 2 years. Yeah, a lot of paperwork.
My dad's from Egypt, and
what?
We've never been back. So
wow.
They left. They've never been back. So I don't think I'd ever be a dual citizen, but I have
nice
to do.
To have though.
Yeah, do I want to go to Egypt though?
Yeah, you do. If I always say if shit hits the fan in America, like and something like COVID happens again, and you can only travel via like whatever home country you're from, I'm like Switzerland. I don't know about Egypt, but
yeah,
Switzerland would be a very safe
one,
place to go to if shit does hit the fan.
Yeah, Switzerland's a solid choice.
And I'd be able to go because I have a passport. So thank God, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I also want to do my banking there. Maybe have kids there. We'll see. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Like a cool country.
Yeah.
But Pilot Takes on the World, that's a new series. And then you'll be like my host for it, and then I just fly you around everywhere.
DeVonne Ryter, we are flying to Switzerland today. How are we getting there?
Via big jet that I am not certified yet to fly.
So you fly the smaller planes?
Yeah, single prop right now. I'm in my private. I'm about to do my check right here soon. Be passing that. And then it's just a series of other ratings, like instrument rating is after that, and then multi-engine, commercial. You can get your CFI rating to like teach and build hours. But yeah, ultimately I need about 1,500 hours in order to become a commercial pilot.
Okay.
I'm at 110.
So you got a ways to go.
Wish me luck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because if you work 40 hours a week, that's 40. I mean, you could do it in a year.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also
it's a lot of flying though.
I'm working 2 other jobs.
Yeah, so it's a lot.
And content creation, so.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm only flying like 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah. Which is unfortunate, but we'll get there.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to school. Back to school. Back to school. You ever see that movie?
Billy Madison?
Yes.
Yeah, classic.
Good job. That was epic.
Classic.
Happy.
Wait, that movie's older than you.
Is it? I'm a 97 baby.
It's probably borderline. Yeah, it's probably borderline.
Came out like 97 maybe. I love it. Adam Sandler is my man.
Are you going to watch Happy Gilmore 2?
I will be in the lineup for the premiere. I love Happy Gilmore 1.
Same.
It's like iconic.
Classic movie.
I used to work for the Coyotes, so like I love hockey, and my dad played. So it was like really cool to see that aspect, and then moving to obviously the Valley where golf is so huge. It was cool, like obviously like seeing those worlds collide in that movie, and it's gonna be really funny and nostalgic to see the second one. So.
For sure.
This isn't a paid sponsor.
Yeah, could be.
Could be.
Adam Sandler, get at me.
Yeah.
All right, DeVonne. You got anything else for us today?
Not that I can think of. Anything you want to share?
No, I'm a very private person. I don't put myself out there.
Get out of here.
DeVonne Ryter, everybody.
Hey, thank you so much.
Check her out, Farmer Wants a Wife,
yes.
and soon her pilot TV show.
Yes, streaming on Fox and Hulu.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.